Are you a student who longs for liberty? Are you a student who rocks at writing? Then be gone from the Ridley Report and get your butt over to nhlibertyessay.com. nhlibertyessay.com is offering up to $100 for the student who writes the best essay about liberty. So head on over to nhlibertyessay.com.
He is Russell Canning, the outlaw leafleter.
A month passes. Then, disgruntled by news of the federal overreaction at Keene, an imitator enters the IRS facilities in nearby Nashua, New Hampshire.
Unannounced, he stands silently in the lobby, bearing a sign, a friendly expression, and more respectful, but forbidden, pamphlets. Two reach the hands of robbery squadron agents who eventually order him out. Upset by the slow speed of his backward withdrawal, they light Homeland Security hotlines and crowd the exit in manic impatience.
He is me, Dave Ridley, the second outlaw leafleter.
Some weeks later, an article about this second protest appears in the Keene Free Press. Within days, Homeland Security officers are again on the trail of a Pacific petitioner.
They attempt to levy me a $100 distribution of handbills fine.
I am thrice summoned to petty violation dockets. Thrice supported by demonstrators as I appear, and thrice I refuse to pay the fine. In court, I swear I will never pay the fine until our federal overlords answer me one question. U.S. Constitution, Amendment 10, states,
"The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively, or to the people."
So I ask to know where in the U.S. Constitution is Washington authorized, at least vaguely, to authorize or to inflict this distribution of handbills fine. No answer is ever provided or attempted by the magistrate, nor any federal employee involved.
I'm told of precedent, of fires in crowded theaters, and a representative Congress which generates laws. But it is almost as though they are unwilling to speak of the Constitution itself, the flawed but acceptable document which overrules all laws with which it is in conflict. That is the backdrop. Now we resume the story and march it toward the climactic events of July. That is, this July, 2007. At the third hearing on July 17th, I am asked to give some reason why I should not be held in contempt of court for refusing to pay the fine. As usual, I rally beforehand with a dozen or so demonstrators near the front of the courthouse. I introduce myself to the latest prosecutor in the case, Mark Irish. I treat him with initial respect and ask him if he feels comfortable with the task he is being asked to perform. "I'm doing my job," he says. "That is sometimes a valid excuse in the eyes of history," I reply. "Sometimes not." He ends the conversation. A new prosecutor appears. I greet the federal employees whose names I know. Normally chatty, they look down or away. I converse with friends who have come to observe. Most memorably, a grinning, excited Russell Canning. I wear a T-shirt bearing his name. Then the hearing begins. Courtroom decorum wavers. Clerks are already angry I was 2 minutes late, and unhappy with our complacent reactions to their scolding. The judge lectures his prosecutors on a matter of civil versus criminal contempt and the need for witnesses. He says the trial is criminal, and the attorneys retreat from their desk in disarray. I make a sort of zombie face at the retreating lawyers. The audience laughs, but I immediately regret it. Gloating isn't good, and I know in any event I won't have long to do it. They are sure to win this case, and I am sure to pay a price. Head on over to nhlibertysa.com.